All right, guys, welcome back to the morning after. I know I told you guys Matthew would be on, and he will be on. He is just getting his body worked on right now, and then we'll be in momentarily. Also, I know that TMA has looked a little differently over the past few weeks. I mean, summer's a lot for all of us. I've been traveling a bunch. Hank is dealing with some personal stuff, so bear with us there. The NFL season is right around the corner, and soon you will be getting plenty of us, I'm sure. But, you know, it's all a lot, and honestly, speaking on that, we can just get right into it's a lot. I have a few today. It's been a week. Honestly, I don't think we ever talked about Montana. And I tell you, if there is any chance for y'all or anybody to just take a road trip out to Montana, you should. Because that place in general is so special. And I feel like your anxiety level about life and shit that doesn't matter just goes to a zero. Like, you get there and everything is about outdoors and getting your kids outside and getting them dirty and you getting dirty too. And just like having a kid and realizing that things don't make you happy, like experiences. I feel like Montana is all about experiences. Ooh, talking about experiences. The other night, my girls, so Santa Claus gave them laser tag for Christmas and they hadn't opened it. And a lot of times when this happens, I have like a little area downstairs in our basement where I put all the toys that they never open. Cause I'm like, you know what? Clearly you don't need it. You don't want it. And this is like our little birthday stash. Like we'll give this to so-and-so for their birthday. And it makes it easy. We don't have to, spend more money going to Target. Instead, Santa gives toys to other kids for their birthdays. And it's fantastic. But laser tag had not been opened. And I was not going to give that one up. Slightly because I did a lot of research on this laser tag system and I was very excited to use it. And the other day we were sitting there and they're like, Mommy, what is this? We opened it up. I'm telling you guys, we played laser tag in this house, including Matthew, for about an hour. And I took one video and I lost. But Matthew's out here sacrificing Tyler. He's like, Tyler, you go stand in the middle. You'll lure the other team out and then we'll shoot them. And as he's like, I see Tyler just standing there. I'm like, are you sacrificing her? And he's like, comes over, he's like, oh yeah, baby. And comes like over the top of the kitchen counter to hit me like 5 times. I'm going to share this video. At one point, I think it was Sawyer and I died. I'm yelling at Sawyer. I'm like, Sawyer, help a girl out. And she's like, you see her come in the video at one point, just goes, doo-doo, and then runs away. But at the end, Matthew is like, all right, all we had, because Sawyer and I died. Hunter was the only one left. And you see Hunter like trying to run around and Matthew's like, kill Hunter, Hunter. Like we have to finish her. I mean, again, life for us especially, and I know for everybody, is about like experiences and making memories. And now my kids, every day they come home from camp, which is kind of good and bad thing. They're like, Mommy, let's play laser tag. I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. And honestly, I was like sweating. Running away from Matthew was hard. And he has a very good laser gun shot. I'm a little, I don't really know where it's come from because I've known him a long time. And I think we've only shot guns once. Oh, laser tag.
Yeah.
All right. So Matthew's now here. We're going to kind of go off the tangent of laser tag. And I did talk about how you're like, Hunter. I'm going to share that video if you're cool with it.
Yeah, I don't care. It was funny.
All right. Well, we're going to get into the ESPYS now that he's here. How's your body feel?
Good.
Good, great. I told everyone that you're getting your body worked on. That's why you were late. First initial impression, like if you had to pick anyone that you were kind of starstruck by, was there anyone there?
I wouldn't say starstruck, no. I thought it was cool to see, like you said, I don't know if you said it yet or talked about it, but like seeing Simone Biles was cool just because our girls are such big fans.
Yeah, she's so small.
Yeah, she is. She's a stud. No, I feel like I'm kind of long in the tooth now, so it's like I see all these people that
you don't know.
I don't know, but I've seen for a long time,
Yeah.
I thought I was backstage at one point with John Jones, the UFC legend. I shook his hand, and then I think he thought I worked there.
Oh my God, no, you have to tell it. Sorry, he did that. He thought you worked there.
I was about to go present with Sydney, and I just knew who he was and shook his hand. I was like, obviously, like played against his brother Chandler. They're an unbelievably athletic family.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that was his brother.
Yeah, and so like I shook his hand. I was like, "What's up, man?" I didn't introduce myself, so that's probably a bad thing. And I was like, I think I just said, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Oh yeah, what's up, man? Hey, thanks for having us." And I was like, "Yeah." It's like I didn't think that the purple suit screamed showrunner, but maybe it did.
You said
backstage.
that. I mean, I listen back there too. I feel like there's so much going on, and maybe it was tough to see. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I guess the purple suit for sure did not scream that. I thought, to be honest, I thought you were the best dressed male there.
Oh, thank you.
I did, and that's not bias. I liked that suit. It was subtle, but not plain. It wasn't like boring.
Yeah.
And I thought you looked great.
Thank you. I thought you looked great too.
Oh well, thanks. Thank you, Revolve,
Yeah.
for that. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah. Some interesting times putting the old suit on, but
Okay, let's get there. We're going to go ahead and get there.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the ESPYs. So I had mentioned it on my Instagram, but I just kind of didn't care that much. I wanted to care. And I ended up ordering just a ton of dresses off Revolve. Thought that was my best bet. They came in like 2 really actually fit, especially with length. Length is always my issue.
Yeah.
It's not really much of anything else, but it's
too long usually.
things are always too long. Yeah. And I had to wear, remember when I put
heels.
those shoes on for the first time right before we were leaving.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out how the straps worked.
Yeah, it was tough for a second.
It was the whole thing. But I found a dress that fit fine and was like, all right, this will work. Found some shoes that made the length fit, that didn't look horrible.
Yeah.
And had some fun jewelry. So that all worked out. But we get to the Four Seasons Hotel where like everyone kind of gets ready and we are getting ready ourselves. And all of a sudden Matthew from inside the bathroom was like, Kelly, will you come here for a second? And I was like, what? Did he just rip his pants? Like that's where my head was going. Please explain to everybody what happened.
Yeah. So loved my suit. I had to send it to get tailored in a couple areas or whatever, just to make sure it fit right. So kind of rushed the same process as you did, and was putting my suit on, whatever, 15 minutes before we were supposed to leave, of course. And like kind of felt like a little pinch in the groin area. And I was like, whatever. Started moving. I'm like, okay, that's a real pinch. All right, let me see if it's I couldn't tell if it was like, maybe like something was like in my underwear or something, or my
like
boxers. Like, yeah, because it was like kind of like on my leg at one point.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this like a tag? What
You've
is
also
this?
had like tape. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
right. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm like, it's not too bad, but it's not great. And so like third time I try them on, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, something's going on here. We're getting poked in places we shouldn't get poked, and it's real. And I ended up taking a picture of it, pulled my pants off, obviously, and looked on the inside, right in the I guess we could say crotch area.
Right in the balls.
Not like a little safety pin. We're talking the
big pins.
The big pins that they stick into, like when they're like moving. You know, I don't know how this got wedged in the perfect spot, but I was just like, I was 5 seconds away from being like, I'll just figure this out later. I'm sure it's nothing. Can you imagine if I sat down? Would have been a real problem.
Free vasectomy.
Yeah, 100%. We could have been out of the woods there pretty quick, but that was a dicey one. I have that picture. You can.
We're gonna need the picture because the pin is quite large.
After I took it out, I was terrified. I was like, oh my gosh, honestly, that would have been awful.
And that's something that like people don't ever talk about is alterations when they are altering something to you too, and they leave all the pins in. Like taking that shit off and on, scary. I'm like, I'm about to puncture myself everywhere.
No, I'm with you.
Like, do they just? I mean, I guess they are just so. They're like, yeah, just take it off. You're like, well, which way? Because if I pull it this way, I mean, like, there's no good solution here.
Yeah, it's tough. I agree with you.
And in this
maybe
case,
that's just why we don't get our stuff altered. We have like
a huge
bags of
guys.
It's all right.
No, it's honestly horrible. Like it is really bad. We need to either donate it or get it altered.
Yeah.
It's just been sitting there for months. But it is kind of a bitch to get things altered.
Yeah, it's tough.
It takes time and patience. And the pins. I swear, part of it is the pins. I don't feel comfortable.
Well, I'm gonna have PTSD now. So everything I put on that comes back from the alterations is gonna go through a metal detector.
Oh, you were saying if you'd walk through the detectors.
It's like beep beep beep.
Like,
sir, your groin is
beeping.
Beeping. Do you have any piercings or
what do you have down there?
No, sir.
Well, not yet.
That's right.
You might have if you sat
close.
down.
That would have been.
I know. Y'all, thank goodness Haya vitamins for children thought about putting them in a case that you can travel with, because we have been gone for about 2.5 weeks. And honestly, I don't know that my girls would have lasted without their vitamins. And not because of anything crazy, but I mean, with traveling and diet changes while you're traveling and sleep changes while you're traveling, you need those good vitamins and supplements for them to just continue on with the days and have good days still. And this is why I love Haya, because Haya doesn't have the crap in it. It is filled with all the good things, a blend of 12 organic fruits and vegetables, and then supercharged with 15 of those essential vitamins and minerals, non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, all the things free. They really are fantastic. My kids love to take them, and I'm, again, so grateful that they made their jars to travel with. So we've worked out a special deal for you guys with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamin. You can receive 50% off your first order. To claim this deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/morning. This deal is not available on their regular website. You guys are special. So go to hiyahealth.com/morning and get your kids the full body nourishment they need at home or while they're traveling or anything, but just the nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults. Did get my hair and makeup done. That was fun. Although I'm like straight oiled up right now in my hair. I came home last night, took a shower. I told him, because when you don't tell people really what you want, and they've never done your hair, they tend to like curl it a bunch or use different irons. And this sweet woman was trying so hard to get this certain look on my front hairs, which are always the most fragile, right? They break off really easily, especially because of my coloring. And she fried my hair, fried it. And it was not her fault. It's my fault because I couldn't tell her what I wanted, and she kept trying different things. And at the end of it, I was like, fuck it, who cares? But I ended up coming home and showering and throwing like all this oil in my hair just to protect it from honestly falling out, because it kind of gets a little nerve wracking. But we got to the red carpet. Hadn't been there in quite some time. I mean, me especially. There's no reason for me to be there, but like,
yeah, I was trying to remember the last time we were there, or the last time I was there.
I was in a red dress.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it might have been what, 2012?
Comeback, whatever year that was.
2012 ESPYS.
Yeah, Matthew and I aren't really one for the events that take time to get ready for and get to, and it took a lot to get there.
Yeah,
yesterday.
But it was fun though.
It was really fun. We both said we were so glad we went, and we'll get to the actual show because God, I loved it. But when we got there, they're like, all right, you guys are next for the red carpet, and we just flew by all the markers. It was like X where you're supposed to stop and take your photos, and we just went straight to the middle, and we were like, we're here.
Yeah.
And they're like,
back up, please.
Back up. So you could tell it had been a little bit. And then afterwards, we saw Freddie and Chelsea, and that was good to see them. They flew from Atlanta and landed at 3 a.m. yesterday.
I know. I didn't get to talk to him as much as I wanted to because it was kind of busy down there, but it seemed like they had a long... I caught eyes with him a couple times when Gillis was doing his monologue. So good.
But it was good to see them. And then we ran into a few other people on the red carpet. But the one person we ran into that we were not expecting, and did you catch Granny's name?
I did not. We didn't make it. We just... Our souls connected, but we didn't really exchange names.
Okay. Will you please describe, because I blew by this. I was in front of you, and I turned around, and all of a sudden you had a bra in your hand. So can you please explain? Normally I would be like, what the fuck? Why are you signing? What's happening here? Because I want you to tell a story. But like, how did this happen?
I don't even know. I guess I was like just behind you guys, and this elderly woman kind of approached me on the side, like at the very end of the red carpet. There were two younger guys kind of standing behind her. I kind of felt like something was up. She was like, can I have your autograph? And I was like, sure.
And they were like videoing with
her. They like clicked their phones on. I'm sure a lot of people have been like, whatever. But so then from behind her back, she pulls out a bra that is large. I think it was a prop.
No, I don't think that, but I'll tell you why in just a second.
But just threw the old Herbie Hancock on there, and
is this your first signed bra?
I mean, maybe.
Oh, God, the fact that you don't know that answer is
I mean, I've been
troubling to me.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, sure, yes.
I'm just kidding. Have you ever signed any boobs?
I don't know.
If you had, how old would you have been? Is this like college years?
I signed a fake leg in college once. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Prosthetic leg.
Okay. Was that the taxi driver?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Mitch. What's up,
God,
Mitch?
I miss Mitch.
What's up, Mitch?
That is so good.
But yeah, anyways, Granny was, I told her I was a big fan afterwards.
So I was standing with some younger ladies at this moment, and I don't remember who it was that asked me. They're like, that can't be her bra. It's big. And I go, you guys forget, when you get old, gravity takes these boobs and they just sag them. So like she might have had really large tits, but they were just down here. So she needed that bra to pick them up, but they weren't. You had the bra, so you couldn't tell if they were down here.
You're thinking way more about this than I think I did or anyone else did. But
because everyone was like, I was like, listen, young ladies, when you get older, gravity takes effect to a lot of things, including your boobs. Yeah. And the bra is meant to hold them up, but the bra is in her hands. So I think the tits were touching the waist.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't tell. I wasn't looking. I
was,
but she's a real sweetheart.
And you know what?
It was funny.
You did a great job of going with it, and I kind of loved the whole thing. If it had been a young hot chick, we might have had some words afterwards. But Granny can get away with it.
Yeah,
they can kind of get away with a lot.
Yeah,
elderly people, their filter's gone. No one like takes anything what they say seriously. They're like, the filter's gone. But you're like,
yeah,
but that's like their true selves. Like it's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And so we finally get in.
Yeah.
We went to the green room.
Yep.
Jared Verse was with us at this point. Sydney, McLaughlin. Liveroni.
Not Italian, Liveroni, I believe.
Liveroni.
I think.
I was saying Liveroni.
I just called her Sydney, but.
She is stunning. Like, between her and Sierra, my God. And like Sierra walked in this sparkly dress and she looked like an angel. And she was like backlit.
Yeah, right? We were standing there and like the
green
curtains
room
were like this and it was like, you're right, backlit. And I was like, I can't even tell who that is. Everybody looks like angels walking in.
I mean, she walked in and I was like, my God. How old is she?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's obnoxious because I think she's older than me and damn, does she look good.
No, they look good. They're doing great.
Yes, and obviously Russell was there. And I got to talk to him for a second about Chad, which was fun to connect on that. If y'all don't know, Chad is assistant quarterback coach in that room in New York for the Giants. So we got to connect on that for a little bit. People just kind of kept walking in. And I think it's kind of like how we feel, or this is how I felt with celebrities and like pop culture. I don't know a lot of people.
I know you don't. I mean, like,
You caught that?
Yeah, like I'm a little bit more aware of some of that stuff than you are.
Yes.
I feel like.
Yeah. And you kept you texted me about Sydney and you're like, remember, she's a track star, not soccer. I was like, I know that.
Well, I thought you said something about
our girls watched her
in the Olympics. I didn't want you to think it was like, because like I was like, didn't want you to get confused. But
no, I know her.
Who she is.
Yeah, because I mean, she's hard to forget. But anyways, we spent some time in there, which was really fun, and we finally made our way to our seats. Did not know that we were sitting front row.
Yeah.
Levron.
Oh, we were both.
Is that
wrong.
phonetically correct?
Yeah.
Levron?
Yeah, we want to hear the robot say it.
Yeah, let's see the robot.
Flynn. Ron. Repeat after me.
Lebron.
Sid. Nay. Ma. Glaw. Flynn.
I hope this makes it.
Ron. Excellent.
Sydney, McLaughlin, LeBron.
LeBron.
Interesting. I thought it was
Yes,
LeBron.
he was great too.
He's a stud.
So we ended up sitting in the front row, which like honestly, it's dicey at the ESPYS. It's dicey at any of these things that have monologues that are funny but like can't be.
Yeah, controversial or whatever.
Yes. And so we got to sit next to Sydney and her husband, Andre, who I really enjoyed.
Me too. He was cool.
Yeah, he seemed like a really nice guy. So, and she seemed awesome. But then the opening monologue happened. And after the ESPYS, I felt like there was a lot of like controversy with it. But while we were there, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, if you know Shane Gillis, you know he's going to fire off at everybody. And so
Everybody.
I was actually talking to this one of my teammates today in the weight room, just kind of about it.
Yeah.
And talking about how like, and he agreed, and he was like, you feel like comedy is one of those places where I feel like you should be able to push the envelope a little bit if you want to, and people need to like understand that this is for effect and for laughs and not for
To like hurt anyone.
yeah, and not to be, taken so seriously a lot of times. Like, I do feel like he poked fun at everybody, right? He poked fun at the Cowboys. He poked fun at the WNBA. Poked fun at political stuff. He poked fun. I mean, it was
The fat dog wife because you haven't won 6 Super Bowls.
right.
That was
it's-
sitting next to you.
Yeah, I mean, he went after everybody and
It
like
was funny.
laugh like, and so it's just
It sucks that he had to keep saying like, guys, it's not that serious.
yeah. Well, I mean, but that's just kind of that's his way of going about comedy. Some people, I'm sure, just don't like that, and
Yeah.
some people like gravitate more towards that. Either way, I thought he was pretty good.
Here I am to rave about Skims again. And honestly, it's a new product this time. It's their boy short. First of all, boy shorts are just sexy. I mean, I sleep in mine. I wear them under my jeans. I just feel, I don't know. I like the look of these. Not only the look of them, but man, guys, everything that Skims has, it's just so comfortable. Like I don't want to rip it off. These boy shorts, I'm not kidding. I think I've washed them 20 times because I've worn them so much, but they don't lose their shape. And I feel like sometimes with undergarments, you wash them enough and all of a sudden you're tossing them because really they just kind of lose what you want them to do, hold you in tight, but also like look good. And again, this is why I love the Fits Everybody boy short. Y'all have heard about the bras. I've talked nonstop about those. I got another comment on how good my boobs looked in the push-up bra, which everyone's looks incredible. So if you're looking for one, you got to go to Skims. You can shop my favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. Just guys, make sure after you place your order, let them know that I sent you because that is how, this thing works. So select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. You can find such incredible stuff, guys, at skims.com, and make sure to just tell them that we sent you guys. Your favorite joke?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You feel like you can't say it for the
No.
sensitivities in the room?
It's like I am not the comedian.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember like the really good ones.
I know mine.
What's your favorite?
The one where he was like, we have his friend's wife and us all cheering, including us. Like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, yeah, she's here.
Just trying to support
and
people.
he was like, she's not even in the WNBA. I
Yeah.
knew you guys didn't know the WNBA. But like, I find that really comical because to be honest,
And frankly, he could have done that with a random offensive lineman or a random pitcher or a random, you know what I mean? Like, hey, 3-time Cy Young winner so-and-so. And I bet you people would have been like, man, I don't know that guy. And then all of a sudden, boom. But
yeah,
yes.
but we all acted like we knew who this chick was. We were all like, yeah, she's in the audience. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
It was fun. But like, guys, come on.
I know. I think he's pretty funny.
Do
I
you
thought the
think
Bill
do you-
Belichick stuff was pretty good.
It was great. It was great. And I loved how he was like, guys, what happened to our country? I
Yeah.
mean, he's dating a hot 24-year-old. What's wrong with that? He's won 6 Super Bowls. And like, that shit's funny.
I know. I thought he was good.
I thought he was fantastic. And actually, the agent that helps me out is also his agent. I feel really cool about that, by the way. And we were kind of texting back and forth, but it was a tough crowd for him. Like it's kind of interesting too, because there was a camera right on you.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever showed you. I'm not sure. But they were during the monologue, Matthew had a camera literally right on his face.
Yeah, I thought it
And
was interesting. But
Well, and I was like, oh, are they trying to catch you laughing at something like you shouldn't be laughing at? But turns out, like, I think we laughed at every joke.
I was like, that's pretty good. And I'll tell you what, he went like, you had to be able to know pop culture, know politics, know a lot of like, you had to be sharp and on it to catch all of them because he was firing them off.
There was a lot of shit where I was like laughing and I was like, I probably shouldn't be laughing because I have no idea what the fuck's happening.
I feel like there was, yeah.
The alien
you
one.
weren't the only person in the room that was doing that. It felt like there were a lot of people that were like taking a second to process, but if you were on it, it was
and like
pretty
you're
electric
very
stuff.
smart and witty, so you were on top of it. And I was like, there were a few where I was like, I have no idea what this is, but just his delivery is great.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, and he's not afraid of like a little awkward silence, which I
No,
like.
he's like,
No, that was my favorite one, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he,
or he's the one with the fat dog wife next to you is like, yeah, it didn't hit all week. We probably should
Yeah,
take it out now. I thought it was great.
He's funny.
And honestly, that was part of the reason we wanted to go. Like I said, it's tough for us with 4 kids to kind of get out and do all that. But when we heard that when Shane Gillis was doing it,
a professional, right? Like it's not like sometimes they have like athletes or sometimes they have, celebrities that do that and they're
great,
not as comfortable at doing that. This guy's obviously been in front of a lot of people a lot of times. You knew there was going to be a chance at some good laughs. So I was like, yeah, fire away. Let's do it.
I mean, I thought he was fantastic. I kept running into, which honestly makes a lot of sense, a lot of Eagles players.
Yeah.
Oof, which really boiled my blood just because I'm still a little mad about it. We sat in front of Nick Sirianni and his wife, Brett. And she, by the way, I didn't know much about her, and I tried to look her on Instagram. She's private, and that's why I don't know anything about her. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's stuff.
And so sweet. And I will say she's like, I'm a fan of the podcast, which I appreciate. I was like, oh my gosh. But then he stood up and I shook his hand. And I was like, I love hate you. Like, it's like a love hate. Like, it's really nice to meet you, but like, still don't like you. And he's like, I understand. Yeah. But one of the best skits of the night was the tush push.
Oh man.
He's just going to go in your butt. What did he say? He was like, all 10 of you are just going to be in his butt.
And they had the picture and then all the arrows. I mean,
so good. And then how about this? And he was like, and at the end, NFL teams are going to complain because it is so successful. Yeah. And that is, he's like, you're going to be winning. Like, I don't know. That whole thing was good, but I forget. They had a bit on Nick.
Yeah, they sat down right after that. He sat down with him and was talking to him about it. I was like, how'd you guys come up with that? He's like, me and the coaches and everybody, we came in. Like, he's just playing along. Obviously, doesn't know what's going on at that point. And then, remember, Sirianni at one point was like, I got all these big guys behind me pushing me. And he's like, whoa, coach, whoa. And I was like, it was so good.
Speaking of big, I met their left tackle on the elevator.
Yeah. Jordan Mailata?
Yes. I looked at this man. He got on the elevator, and these elevators of the Four Seasons were taking, and not their fault, everybody was trying to get ready and go.
Yeah, it was a busy time.
And so it was like 25 minutes. So people were just shoving on the elevators.
Yeah.
So this, how big is he?
I don't know. I'm looking him up. He's probably 6'8", 350, something like that.
He's a huge human being. And adorable, the way he was like, he just was talking and very personable to everybody. And I'm just watching him like hiding, not hiding, but squished in the back, like looking up at like this. I'm like, God. And everyone gets off and it's just him and I. And I'm like, all right, like what sport do you play? Because clearly we're at the ESPYS.
Yeah.
I know he probably plays football. And he was like, I play football. And I was like, oh, okay, what position? He was like, I'm a left tackle. And I was like, God, I bet it's nice to stand behind you. Like,
yeah, he's a good player.
He is, yes, and he's adorable. But he asked to, if I was going. I was like, yeah, my husband is Matthew Stafford. And he was like, he like took a long second. He was like, your husband's a legend.
I met him there. He's a nice guy.
Nice. And I was like, that is very nice of you to say. But like, how old are you that you're calling my husband a legend?
Yeah.
28.
He's 28.
He's got a cool story, though. He's got a really cool story.
Because he's from...
Yeah, he's part of the NFL's like international program, basically. He's an Aussie guy that was like a Aussie rules football, a rugby player of some sort, and then they brought him over and like, what a hard transition. People are like, oh, yeah, you're that big and athletic. You're going to be great. It's like, do you realize the technique and the verbiage and the understanding it takes to like go from rugby where there's no play calls, no nothing, you're just kind of free flow football to... all right, you got to know this, that, all these things. Communicate with the guys next to you.
Yeah.
I've been a part of some other guys that, and they're capable, but just the technique, the years it takes, the understanding of the game, and the way he's been able to do it. I mean, he's one of the best, left tackles in the league now. It's a pretty cool story. It's an amazing story. And then, Saquon wins for best play or whatever that was for jumping over backwards, and he went for him. And I mean, delivered an absolute ace speech.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy, good football player, but he's going to do whatever he wants afterwards. Like media wise, he was great.
Oh, he was great. And tell us really quickly, because I feel like you kind of breezed over it, the international program with the NFL. What does that kind of consist of? Can you give us like the quick and dirty
Chris
about
Durham.
it? I know, it's our friend.
Yeah, one of our best buddies, Chris Durham, heads up and runs that, or helps run it. And basically I think they're always trying to make, understanding that there's incredible athletes all over the world. Football is kind of a one nation sport at the moment. It's dominated by the United States, but there's great athletes all over and people that can fit into our game physically. Just have to get the opportunity. So they're out there searching for people, either, high school or before high school, sometimes even to bring them over and bring them to an academy or get them a college scholarship.
Does every team have?
No, like we didn't have one last year, but we had one.
But they don't count against your numbers.
Yeah.
But he does, right? Now.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So I think you can carry, I'm not going to get all the rules correct here, but I think you can carry them on your roster for like 2 years or 3 years or something like that, where they don't count as like a roster spot or a practice squad spot or however you carry them. It's just like we're just giving these guys opportunity to try to learn the game, and it's been cool. I know that they're trying to get them more so into colleges to give them a little bit more of a foundation before they get shoved straight from
the Lions.
We had a guy from Italy that came in and was trying to play tackle for us in 21, and I mean, language is a barrier. All these things are a barrier.
It's wild.
But like you look at them and you're like, oh, you're 6'6", 330, and you move, like you should be able to do it. But I mean, we were talking like, I block this guy, that guy.
Oh my gosh. The Lions had a punter, right?
Maybe
something?
I don't know. Their punter's Jack Fox. I don't think so.
No, this was when we were there. Didn't you have
I had an Australian. Yeah, that was before this program. But we had Ben Graham, who was an Aussie Rules football guy. Shout out to Benny. He was a stud.
I mean, honestly, y'all, when people have told me in the past, like, oh, hormonal health, more hormonal health, I'm like, what in the world is that? Like, yeah, I'm a woman. I have hormones and they go crazy. Well, it turns out there is something out there to balance that so you don't have to go crazy. And that is Happy Mammoth's Hormone Harmony. I've been taking it now for, I would say, 4 or 5 months. And guys, I've really noticed a difference. I feel more like myself. And actually, when they surveyed about 1,800 women, 100% of those women said they feel more like themselves. Not only that, 86% of them said they were losing weight. 77% of them said that it just improved their mood. And guys, we shouldn't have to succumb to our hormones. We should be able to control them a little bit. And that is what Happy Mammoth Hormone Harmony does for us. It really does help just balance it all out. They have over 50,000 raving reviews from women all over the world that have better energy, deeper sleep, feeling more balanced and calm, reduced bloating, and just easier weight management. So for limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use that code Kelly at checkout. Again, you can try Hormone Harmony risk-free and get 15% off your first order with code Kelly at checkout. If you've ever been in the market for a new home, you know home shopping can be a lot. There's so much you don't know and so much you need to know. What are the neighborhoods like? What are the schools like? Who is the agent who knows the listing or the neighborhood best? And why can't all this information just be in one place? Well, now it is on homes.com. They've got everything you need to know about the listing itself, but even better, they've got comprehensive neighborhood guides and detailed reports about local schools. And their agent directory helps you see the agent's current listings and sales history. Homes.com collaboration tools make it easier than ever to share all this information with your family. It's a whole cul-de-sac of home shopping information all at your fingertips. Homes.com, we've done your homework. Well, I will say the ESPYs going there, it honestly reminded me of like why I love sports so much.
Yeah.
The video montages they put up of, people coming back from injury and teams overcoming certain things. I mean, I looked at Matthew, I think throughout that, I was like, I just have chills. Like I can't, sports are so special. They bring everyone together, regardless of any kind of, I don't know,
social,
differences. Yeah. Like they are like nothing else. Like you kind of forget until you're reminded through those types of videos. And the Jimmy V recipient, the Penn State, volleyball coach, which if you guys haven't watched the ESPYs, I just honestly, you should go watch that part. I saw her on the elevator.
Yeah,
I remember I was like, God, she looks familiar. But to see what these people go through and then Penn State winning the national championship, like, I mean, I have chills right now with her on the sideline in her bandana. If you don't know, she had breast cancer and was going through treatment during all this, but was the head coach for this Penn State team. But again, sports, it's why I love it. I mean, it's just something that can't be compared to anything else. I really don't think it can. Like you can tell me movies bring people together, but I don't think that's true. It might somewhat, but sports is just special. And the ESPYs did a really good job of kind of, showing that. Now, let's talk about the not so good things. Do you want to?
What are the not so good things?
I couldn't stand the teleprompter speeches.
Yeah.
I understand people get nervous. I do. I mean, I'm saying this and I'll never be up on that stage. So who am I to judge? But I just like, sometimes I'm like, I want to hear like what's on your heart. And I know you can be nervous.
Yeah.
And you might slip up, but that makes you human to me.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, I'm with you. Yeah. It reminded, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of our like night before the wedding.
Oh yeah. I knew exactly where you're going there.
100%. And a lot of the weddings that I attend recently.
People read off their phones or they have like, and they're just this. And I'm going, just tell us how you feel.
Yeah, I agree with you on some of that stuff. I do understand how when you're sometimes winning a major award and you're expected to speak on that award for maybe a little bit more time, having a little bit of a prompter help.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think generally those speeches go a little bit more well received when they're from the heart and you can kind of
But even and we talked about it too. It was the WNBA stars like the Icon Award.
Yeah, it was,
and they got up and they had speeches on a teleprompter. Yeah. Diana Taurasi, who is the WNBA chick, you could tell like she had it up there, but she also like spoke from her heart a little bit too. Like it was almost like notes, and she kind of carried that. And I think that's great. But it's hard for me to really. I feel like when you're giving an acceptance speech, like you want people to feel what you're feeling in that moment. I couldn't feel with any of them because I was like, I just feel like you're reading a script.
Yeah.
And I know it's probably that's words they've written, but I don't know. I'm not a big teleprompter. Speaking of the teleprompter, you did a great job.
Thank you.
So for those of you who didn't watch, Matthew went up to give the Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yep.
And sweet gentleman that he is, the teleprompter went off right before Sydney's lines.
Yeah.
And so y'all were just kind of standing there and you kind of took over and you're like, hey, the teleprompter's not working. Can you mimic what the lady was doing?
So I'll try to cut this down short. But so during the commercial break, nobody else sees this unless you're in the audience. We introduced all these kids that were unbelievable athletes and great scholars and all that kind of stuff. And so teleprompter's working. It's great. We're kind of going through it, naming these candidates off and doing the whole thing. And then we go, hey, we got, 30 seconds till we're back. You know, y'all will now be doing this live for, the rest of the country, basically, or whatever, the TV audience. Okay, great. And the normal screen before the prompter kind of like had our words behind it. And a woman was standing there holding like a X cue card over it to like, hey, we're not ready. And then when she dropped it and she would go like this, then it was like, okay, Sydney or I would be talking.
Okay.
So she's holding this X up, not looking at the screen, just like the X. And it's black and white static, like the old cable TV where you're like, there's nothing. And I'm like, okay, maybe like the lines are gonna pop up. Surprise.
Was she like?
And she drops the card and she is doing this. And then like 2 times.
Read the lines.
And after that, I'm like, and I knew it was, Sydney's line because we had kind of gone over it. And I didn't want her to just have to sit there or any of us to sit there. So I was just like, can we get a little help with the teleprompter here? We got nothing. We got a black and white screen. Sorry, America. Just apologies.
It was.
And then they popped it up on the screen next to it. I guess that screen like went down.
Oh, so
they popped it up on the screen next to it. And then she went and I went and it was smooth sailing after that. But a little dicey there for a second. If we have that kind of silence, I'm like going to try to talk through it, let people know what's going on. So we're not just standing there like staring into the abyss.
Yeah, they did. I just watched with Kira the version that they showed, and you go like kind of like
I was like, because I was hoping it was going to go from static to the lines, and I'm like, there's nothing there, so we better do something.
Well, you recovered great, and I'm sure she was really grateful that you stepped in and were like, yo, her line's not showing up, because honestly, if I was up there and I would have sat there.
Yeah, I should have been like, fuck it, we'll do it live. And just like see if we could remember the names. We also didn't know the winners at that point. I guess they were in our envelopes.
No, they didn't. But you did say, we were talking beforehand because you were going to announce it. And like Gatorade Player of the Years, name some of the ones that have been in the past. I mean, Sydney got it.
Yeah, Paige Beckers, they said, Cooper Flag, LeBron. I mean, it's...
Did like Patrick Mahomes, I feel like maybe.
I don't know. Probably.
Well, we were laughing because you were like, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And the guy who did get it, you mentioned his name, and I was like, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, he was a quarter. I think I'm not 100%. We're gonna have to fact check this, but I got it for like the state of Texas or whatever. And then I believe back then Mitch Mustaine got it. He was a
Mitch
Arkansas
Mustaine.
quarterback that went to USC and maybe Arkansas as well. But
Okay. That's quite a name, Mitch Mustaine.
yeah,
I would have loved if you're like, well, this is a really prestigious award. I didn't get it,
Yeah.
but I hope you guys make something of it afterwards. All those kids were so cute. A lot of you have asked about my skincare routine, and honestly, it is pretty bare minimum except for the Genucel products. I have recently gotten on these, and if I'm being honest, I didn't think I could find a cream for my eyes and my underbags and the wrinkles around my eyes that works. And honestly, guys, their Gen 90 cream is what skincare is supposed to be about. They have a ton of different products, but that one in particular seriously is one of my favorites. And how did it come about? It happened in Colonia, New Jersey. A lady walked in named Phyllis, asked the pharmacist for an antioxidant cream for her wrinkles, and the pharmacist said, you know what, I'll make one up for you. Come back tomorrow. This lady, Phyllis, told everyone about this pharmacy because she looked like she'd gotten work done after she started using this cream. 25 years later, guys, Genucel is what this is, and it ships millions of orders, yet they still have the same philosophy of antioxidants, same natural base, and same chef in the kitchen. Again, guys, their Gen 90 is incredible. So they're celebrating 25 years. They're offering the best pricing since Phyllis walked into that pharmacy. Right now, you can save 70% off Genucel's complete skincare package featuring the Gen 90 to get rid of the wrinkles and under eye bags in 3 minutes, plus their jawline sculpting treatment and legendary XV anti-aging moisturizer. You can look 5, 10, even 15 years younger, y'all. Gosh, don't we all want that? And it's guaranteed, or your money back. So this is a win-win, y'all. So go to genucel.com/Kelly. Again, that's genucel.com/Kelly. If you can't spell, it's like me. It's GENUCEL.com/Kelly. Every order includes free shipping. And if you use the code Kelly at checkout, you can get that extra discount. Again, it's genucel.com/Kelly, genucel.com/Kelly. This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Really cool to see the three sisters who play lacrosse at UNC.
Yep.
Right? And we were laughing too, us and Andre, Sydney's husband, when they were like, they get $250,000 for their schools. And we both looked at all of us looked at each other like, that ain't shit with the NIL deals anymore.
Back in the
like,
day, you were fired up.
Yeah.
Now it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was giving your school a lot. Now that pays for like, I don't
who
know,
knows?
the walk-on punter. I'm just kidding. I don't know exactly what it pays for, but NILs are not my thing. Who is your favorite speech?
I didn't get to see all of them, right? Because I was backstage for some.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought that Mailata was really good. It's hard to give a speech for somebody else, but he really
He did a great job.
Encapsulated obviously a lot of what Saquon probably would have said and what their team is about. I thought he was great. I didn't know as much about Sloane Stevens' story, until I got there and she was
That was cool.
yeah, she was, obviously the US Open champion women's tennis, and I think it was 2017. She was an unbelievable story about her mom and her, and she's from Compton and wanting to give back, and it seems like what she's built is incredible. And I'll say, like, that was telepromptered, but you could tell she knew it, loved it, delivered it, and it was like
It was good.
That's the one part where you're kind of like, hey, like, you're supposed to give a 4-minute speech or 3-minute speech. Like, that's a lot to try to go from the heart, but she was incredible. I thought it was really cool, and I thought her story was really cool. I was sitting there watching it going, man, that's pretty awesome.
That's another one that I got chills with the video too. Mine was, and this is horrible, I'm not going to remember her name, but she had the piece of paper player.
Rugby player.
Yeah. I thought hers was fantastic. I felt like I was kind of learning with her speech too. Just the way she talked about her mom and how her mom always encouraged her.
Makes her feel seen.
Makes her and I could just feel that in a way with our 4 daughters. that's what I want to do, is just make sure that all 4 of them feel that way. But I thought she was really inspiring.
I agree.
Like, I thought that was a great speech.
She's another one to me that like I came away from that and I was like, oh, well, once she's done playing, whenever she wants to stop, like she's gonna be announcing for the Olympics. Yeah, like she is a charismatic personality, like handles herself really well in front of a microphone, in front of a big group of people, without it being like too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought it was
I think she's got a great amount, like she's got great confidence about her in a world where people, I'm sure, want to tear her down. She just has this, like, I don't know, this aura about her. That is aura a thing right now, by the way? Yes. Okay. Well, she's got that. And I honestly really felt that speech.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought she was really good. I have one more. It's a lot that I want to close with.
Okay.
And it's to do with our girls and boys. Boys are really starting to become a thing in our house. And it is not like they're coming home. And this is where we're going to have to be safe with our girls in a way. They went to tennis camp? Tennis camp. Mm-hmm. And these lacrosse boys were kind of talking to them and flirting with them, I would say. But they knew who their dad was. Mm-hmm. Which, like, this is where I'm going to struggle, because I don't want them having the identity of your daughters. And it's something that we're not going to be able to, fix. Their last name is Stafford. And they came home, and I guess one of these kids, I think he's like 10 or not, 9 or 10, asked for Chandler's phone number, which I'm like, I was like,
you can come back when you're 16 when she gets a phone.
Yeah, or you just give me your dad's phone number. That's what I was going to say. Hey, you want a phone number? And I was going to write his down. So the boy called him.
Perfect.
But it was and then it was like, what did they say to them? It's like, oh, will you sign me up for football camp or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
And again, we're going to have to deal with boys, yes. But we're also going to have to deal with boys, like, coming after our girls for the wrong reasons.
Well, yeah, I think, like, you say that, but I also, like, you don't want them to have the identity, which I understand. They're going to have their own identity. It's also, like, it's okay to be, like, proud of the family you come from and the people that helped raise you, too. So I'm not, like, worried about that. I think it's an easy weed out, right? Like, you talk nonsense like that, then see you later, dude.
You're gone.
If you want to get to know me, Now, they're 8, but I'm saying down the road, it's an easy weed out to me. It's like, as bad as it is, it's like, oh, see you later, dude. Like,
I know. I'm just
that's who you care about. Like, I'll see you later.
Really hard time trusting any of these kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was a young kid at one point too. I get it. I would.
Well, no,
I can't imagine. Like, yeah, it's gonna be hard for me.
Well, I'm glad, because honestly, I really
whenever weights, check these kids.
Whenever, I don't know, everyone's getting bigger, faster, and stronger. So like by the time they hit high school, these kids are probably gonna be bigger than you. Yeah. But no, it was just like kind of a reality check for me. And I will say, I give them a lot of credit, because the next day they told their instructors, they were like, hey, these boys are bothering us. Like, can you make sure they don't talk to us anymore? And I was like,
yeah, damn
right. And so they mentioned to the boys, like, hey, don't bother these girls anymore. They don't want to talk to you guys. Which I kind of was like, oh, that's kind of mean, but here we are. I know, but part of me, I was like, and we didn't say you had to do that.
Yeah, no.
They just kind of took it upon themselves of like, you guys are annoying us. We don't want to talk to you, so we're going to let you know.
Yeah.
And I know we'll talk about it in the future when it gets closer and closer and these times start happening, but they are starting to talk about boys way more than they used to.
Listen, just don't talk to me about it. What is it? What was the show we were watching?
Which one?
Man, where he has his daughter lie to him all the time.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Wait, what
Listen,
does he say?
we're way there. Yeah, he's like, you gotta lie to me. And she started talking about Bible stuff.
She's like, Daddy, we're gonna go upstairs and read the Bible. He's like, okay, baby.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, clearly not doing that. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the recap of the ESPYs. We had a great time. Honestly, I thought ESPN put on an awesome show. I thought Shane Gillis did amazing. I thought you did great up there. You looked great. Also, reminder that our Monday guest episodes are on a brief break, but they will be back not this Monday, but the following Monday with an awesome first guest for this round. Remember to rate 5 stars, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will be back next Thursday for TMA. Have a splash.
Make a splash.
Good job, babe.